Hello everyone! Welcome to my classroom. Teacher Marianne here, and today I am going to be showing you how to teach the lower level mock lesson for Lesson A. So let's get started. So there are a few key things that we want to focus in on when teaching these mock lessons. The first is correct grammar. We want to get the students to say the word and the sentences correctly, to use correct grammar, to use correct pronunciation. So that's number one. Number two, student output. Are we eliciting responses from the student frequently enough? Are we giving them enough practice time to speak words and sentences? And then are we speaking in complete sentences? Are we getting those complete sentences from the students? Also, are we using props, a ball, kite? And you're not really teaching letters in the mock lesson, but you can teach kite, kite, I, kite. So a ball, a kite, a star. You get 1 star, good job. You may have an American Girl doll lying around. She's also a great prop. Okay, another thing that you want to keep in the forefront of your mind as you're teaching through the mock lesson is your pacing. You've got 10 minutes to do this mock lesson, and so you're going to want to get through it. So keep an eye on your pacing. Practice the slides. Practice and set you a timer and see how long it's taking you to teach these slides and pick up the pacing. And then don't ever rush the student to answer, but you can pick up your own pacing a little bit. Another key component is using lots of TPR. TPR stands for total physical response. We use our arms, we make movements, we kick the ball. Make sure you're using lots of TPR. Use your body. Lastly, you're going to want to smile. Smile through it. Just keep telling yourself, smile. Practice as you're practicing through the mock lesson. Smile, smile, smile. Okay, so let's go over the key components of our lesson. We want to use and elicit correct grammar and pronunciation from the student, and we want to use it ourselves. We want to speak in and get complete sentences from the students. We want to give the student plenty of opportunity to respond. So we want a high level of student output. We want them saying things as often as possible in the lesson. We want to correct gently. I think this is number 4. We want to correct gently but effectively. We'll go over some corrections. We want to use repetition. Repetition. So when you see a key word in the lesson, you'll repeat that word twice. And then when you see a sentence or you get to teach a sentence, you're going to repeat that once or twice as well. And it's going to kind of depend on how your mock mentor is behaving on the other side of the screen. If they're acting like they just don't understand, they don't have a clue what you're talking about, you may have to repeat it more than once. But you know, generally, I think that rule of thumb, repeating everything twice, so you say every word in every sentence twice, I think is a good rule of thumb. And so we want to use props, good pacing. We want to use lots of TPR, facial expressions, hand and body movements, and then we want to smile. Okay, so when you get your email from VIPKid, you're going to get 2 lessons. If you were chosen to do a mock class for the lower level, then you're going to get A and B lessons. And you're not going to know which one the mock mentor is going to choose for you to teach, but you need to be prepared for both of them. So at the beginning of the lessons, VIPKid gives you a list of objectives and a list of some prior knowledge information. So some vocabulary words and sentence frames that the students are already or should already be familiar with at this point. So it's just good to read over those and kind of gauge where your student is or where they should be kind of thing. It's just good. That's good information to just kind of have in the back of your mind. So the very first slide of Lesson A is My Friends and I, My Toys. And this is where you're going to greet the student. Hello. My name is Teacher Marianne. What's your name? Hello, Bella. When you do a great job, you get 5 stars. Now at this point, I also tell everybody, make sure you have a reward system that is visible to your mock mentor. So not only do you want to use your stars that are built into the system, so in the classroom, every time the student does a good job, you get to say, you get 1 star, and then you're gonna click the star button. I like to hold up the star and then to let them know I'm going to click the star button, and then click the button and a star comes across their screen with some fun little sounds. And then also, in addition to this, you need to have another reward. So I think just a very simple one, and one that all kids of all ages seem to love, is ice cream. When you do a great job, you get 5 stars and ice cream. Let's go. Okay, so your next slide is the reward system that's built into the lesson, and this slide is labeled My Toys. And so basically it's a toy store and it's got all these toys, and the students can drag the toy into the shopping cart that they want. And it says at the bottom, the student earns toys by answering questions and following the class rules. So you can introduce this as an additional reward system. Now, a lot of times the students might just start dragging toys into the cart, and that's fine too. Just have fun with it. And you can say things like, what do you see? Because their prior knowledge sheet says that they've learned that sentence pattern, what do you see? And they've also learned soccer ball, ball, and things like that. So you could say, what do you see? I see a soccer ball. Yes, good job. And just keep going. Don't spend a lot of time on this slide because you're already using your stars and you've got your external reward system, your ice cream cone. And so when they do a good job, you're just going to give them a scoop of ice cream. So the next slide is ball. So you're going to circle with your mouse. You're going to circle the word ball and say, ball. Yes. Ball. Yes. So I repeated that word twice. And then you're going to underline the sentence at the bottom. She plays with a ball. Yes, she plays with a ball. Yes. Great job. If they do a great job on that, then you can extend it by saying, do you play with a ball? And you probably will get a yes. So if your mock mentor says yes, then you can say, yes, I do. Good job. And that's the way that you extend that to a complete sentence, and you've extended that slide there. So the next slide has 2 pictures. You're going to circle the first picture of the boy holding the basketball, and you're going to say, he plays with a ball. Yes, he plays with a ball. Yes. And this is just a really good way. If the first time you get, he plays ball, you can say, yeah, like, good try. Listen, he plays with a ball. Yes, you get 1 star. You get ice cream. Ice cream. Yes. Then you're going to circle the next picture. She plays with a ball. Yes, she plays with a ball. Yes, good job. Now, You can wait until you teach that entire slide and then give your reward, but I chose to give it right after the first picture that I circled, after I got that first complete sentence, because I knew that would encourage my student that, yes, you're doing exactly what I want you to do. Now let's do it again for this picture. So that's why I chose to give it in the middle of the slide. As a rule of thumb, if you want to just make things easy for yourself and say, okay, after every slide, I'm going to give my reward, do that. That's great. Then you're going to follow up with the question that's written for you on the bottom of that slide. And then circle the little boy again. What does he play with? Yes, he plays with a ball. And then repeat that for the girl. Circle the little girl one more time. What does she play with? Yes, she plays with a ball. Great job. You get 2 stars and ice cream. Yeah, great job. Okay, so your next slide is 2 balls and a kite. So you'll circle the first little boy that's dressed in red and you say, what does he play with? And then look, this lets the student know you're waiting for them to do something. And they're supposed to drag the soccer ball. And after they drag the soccer ball, you'll do this. Can they say it? If you're not getting anything, or if you're getting choppy answers, say, he plays with a ball. Yes, good job. Then you circle the little boy with the kite. What does he play with? He plays with a kite. And then just, he plays with a kite. Yeah, good job. And then repeat it for the third boy. Circle the boy that's spinning the ball on his finger. What does he play with? Yes, he plays with a ball. Great job. You get 3 stars. So your next slide has the word throw at the top of the slide. You're going to circle the word and say, throw. Yeah. Throw. Yes. Then circle the first picture and underline she throws. And you're going to say, she throws. Yes. Now, I happen to have these for props sitting right here, so I can literally just mock this picture. She throws. Okay, and then you're going to circle the next picture. They're throwing their graduation caps. They throw. Yes, they throw. Yes, good job. Okay, so your next slide is 3 pictures and a sentence at the bottom that says he throws. The student has to circle the picture that shows he throws. So you're going to start with he throws. Yeah. Circle. He throws. Good job. Your next slide, the student is going to drag the word throw or the word throws to conjugate the verb throw. So you're going to circle the first picture. First thing you can do is ask, who throws? Who throws? And if the mock mentor on the other side stares at you blankly, then you switch gears and say, she throws. Yeah, drag throws. Okay, so if your mock mentor stares at you blankly or is unsure of what to do, you can hold up a whiteboard that you've written this on and you can say, she throws. Throws. Drag. And so then you can go through, she throws, and then when they get it correct, when they drag the correct word, make a big deal. Yes, great job. Circle the next picture. I throw. Yes. Circle the third picture. He throws. Yes, great job. Okay, so your next slide is full of IP words that they need to blend. And so what you're going to do is circle the IP ball in the middle and you're going to say ip. Yeah, good job. Listen. And then circle each of the balls that has a sound, a beginning sound on it. So you're going to circle the first ball first, which is the Z, the Z. Circle the ball with the Z and draw a line from the Z to the ip. So you can model this for them first so they know what to do. You can actually model this task for them with a whiteboard. Ip. Yeah. Ip. Yeah. Z, ip. Zip. Yeah. R, ip. Rip. And then go through all of the letters that way. If time does not allow you to use the whiteboard here, then you can just toss that idea. I would have it ready just in case, but if you don't have time, then just toss that idea and then just draw a line from the letters to the ip. So draw a line, z, ip, zip, ip, rip, ip, sip, ip, hip. Always model the task first, so do it for them first, then do it together, and then let them do it on their own. So model the zip, zip, have them do it. Model rip, rip, have them do it. See if they can do it with you. So you could say s and then draw the line to ip and see if they can finish that out. Sip, sip. Yeah. So this last slide on this lesson is an extension slide. And so you see a family out here throwing the ball in the yard. And so you hold up the ball and you say, what do you do with a ball? And you might hear the word throw. And you would say, yes, I throw a ball. Yes. What do you do with a ball? Yes, I throw a ball. Good job. And then you can extend even further. Do you like to throw the ball? Yes. So if you have time, you can actually extend this slide even further. Who do you see with a ball? And they might say, Mom, Dad, sister. And so you could just circle them one at a time. Yes, I see Dad throw a ball. Dad throws a ball. Circle Mom. I see Mom. Mom throws a ball. And just keep extending the slide that way. And then your very last slide is the goodbye slide. And you'll simply say, you did a great job. You got 5 stars and ice cream. Yes, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And that is lesson A for the lower level mock class. Okay guys, I'm just going to quickly go through the lesson B for the lower level mock class because it's so similar to lesson A. You've got your first slide, which is my friends and I, my toys, and then you've got that same reward slide built in at the toy store where they can drag their toys down to the shopping cart. So, and then On your first teaching slide of this lesson, you see a kite and a doll. So same thing, you're going to circle one word, the first word, and you're going to model it, such as kite, kite. I fly my kite. Good job. And you're going to go through the same thing for doll. And so I would have a kite, or I happen to have a kite flashcard. So I would show this after I modeled it. I would say, yeah, kite. And then I would do the same thing for doll, doll. Yeah, good job. So, and then just kind of go through the slides in a very similar way, just making sure that you are repeating circling the word that you want them to look at and repeating that word a couple of times and repeating the sentences a couple of times, making sure they're very firm in their responses. Just making sure that you're meeting the objectives, which are listed for you at the bottom of the slide. But as far as teaching it, you're going to teach it in the same manner, making those gentle but effective corrections. You're going to keep smiling. You will have already introduced your reward system. So if you practice teaching both of these lessons, A and B, and then just be sure to include those key elements that we talked about, such as repetition, correct grammar and pronunciation, complete sentences, using your props, using your TPR, and all of that good stuff we talked about, you will be fine. But I just wanted to go ahead and just throw that in there. Probably won't do a separate video for the B lesson, just because it's so similar to the A lesson. Okay, one thing that I don't want to forget to mention is your background for your mock lesson. Now, you are not going to probably want to go ahead and set up your permanent classroom until you are hired and you've signed your contract. So for the mock lesson, just have an area somewhere, a corner in the room. A lot of teachers just get like the science or reading fair backgrounds that you can buy and just have a little temporary setup right behind them, place that behind them at the kitchen table or whatnot, and just have like a teacher sign, Teacher Marianne, and then maybe a map, maybe a flag, and then just your rewards system. I've got my ice cream system right here that's visible to the screen, but just something very simple. Keep it colorful and bright and fun, but don't overdo it. Literally, construction paper on a wall is good enough for your mock lesson. So you don't want to overthink that, but do have a teaching background behind you for this mock lesson. Let me know if you have any questions. Just shoot me an email at helloteachermarianne@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.